Hey guys, what's up? I'm at a new location. Of course, I'm at the Made by Google event, reporting live from the show floor where I got to see the Pixel 9, the Pixel 9 Pro, the 9 Pro XL and the 9 Pro Fold, apart from, of course, the buds and the watch as well. The prices for these devices for India are flashing on your screen right now, and of course, they're pretty expensive. We'll talk about that at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But here are things that I liked about the devices and things that I didn't in a quick hands-on video. So stay tuned till the end. I'm Ashad, you're watching Trakin English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. Alright, for the things that I liked, I really want to start off with the design of the 9 series. They've gone rounder, they've got flatter sides, and they feel very good in hand, especially the 9 and the 9 Pro. The 9 Pro has to be my complete favorite because a Pro phone in that smaller form factor with a 6.3-inch display just makes a whole lot of sense in my opinion. Plus, look at those colors. I absolutely love them. We got the 9 Pro XL in a pink color, and boss, that is a gorgeous looking color. I must tell you that. One thing I must mention is that all these phones use an aluminum frame. It might look like stainless steel on the Pro and the Pro XL, but it's not. It's just a finish that's new. And yes, that new and improved camera deco, I think I definitely like it. I wasn't really a fan of that Robocop style, which sort of extended entirely across the back. Now, this separate camera deco actually does look good. It's got that distinctive pixel style, and it actually improves upon that design as well. Looks damn cool. The display specs on these devices have definitely also improved. Of course, you've got the 6.3-inch display on the smaller ones, the 6.8 on the Pixel Pro XL, 9 Pro XL. The interesting thing is that they're brighter this time around. They look extremely sharp. They're colorful, vibrant. So it's about 3000 nits now. So of course, when you take it outdoors, it's going to be extremely plenty bright as well. But when you talk about Pixel phones, it's always about the software, very little about the hardware. And there are a ton of software improvements. But the first thing I must mention is that these phones come with Android 14 out of the box. So I asked Google executives, so the 7 updates that they're talking about, well, it's not 7 updates. It's actually 7 years of updates. So if you get Android 15 this year and 7 years later, if it's running Android 22, then you might get the Android 22 update on these devices as well. But just something that you might want to keep in mind. But there are features galore. There are tons of features, especially AI related ones that we must talk about. The first feature that I want to talk about is Pixel Screenshots, which is a special app for Pixel phones itself, where it bunches all of your screenshots together, uses the use of AI, on-device AI specifically, to do contextual search of the information that is present inside, the screenshot images itself. And it works exceptionally well. And this is something that I'm definitely going to use a lot because I do take a lot of screenshots for, usage purposes later. Like if I find a Jordan that I find very interesting, then, I just capture the screenshot and keep it. But sometimes, I don't remember what these screenshots are for. They just, inside a folder dumped. But now I can use contextual search to sort of search for the things that I want to specifically identify within that screenshot itself. The second thing that I found very interesting was, of course, call notes, which is something that we have in iOS 18.1 with Apple Assistant as well. So essentially, when you do a call right now, every single call is transcribed, of course, with the permission of the caller and the person on the other end. And you also get a summarized notes of it. So you don't really need to have a pen and paper to take down notes of, say, a number that somebody's sharing with you. Then, of course, there's the new Pixel Studio feature, where it uses generative AI to create images from scratch with the prompts that you've given. Something similar to what a lot of other AI tools are doing as well. And Google is using Gemini Nano to sort of create these images, and these images look okay. Nothing great, but they look nice. But I must say this, the most fun part of the keynote, and of course the demos that I had, was this feature called Add Me. So essentially what it does is, when you're in a group and there's one person assigned as a photographer, but that person cannot be a part of the photo because he's taking the photo, well, Google has fixed that for you. Essentially what it does is that when you're taking the photo, you take a photo once without the person, take a photo once with the person, it'll merge them two together, and voila. That's it. Now, it works fairly well, but in certain scenarios where maybe, say, you want to put a hand around somebody, then it does fail. That's the fundamental problem right now, but that's the thing with generative AI in any case. But still, it's a very, very cool feature to have. Our favorite Magic Eraser feature that's of course now turned into Magic Editor, and there are just way too many options in there where you can actually use generative AI to create images that you want exactly like you want. For example, there was this demo where there was a photo of like somebody, like a couple of folks right in front of a water body. So they added waves to it using generative AI. You can also create really good auto crops where it creates like if there is like an alignment issue, then it fixes the alignment and it crops into a portrait kind of shot. It's all very well done, and this will actually make editing easier with contextual prompts. If you're better at typing things than just using the tools to edit, then this will definitely be useful for you. Definitely useful for the end user, I must say that. Now here's the thing, Google says that the Pixel videography has also improved to such an extent that it's now the best video camera on a phone. But that's with the advantage that it has with video boost feature. Essentially what it does is that it actually boosts your video. Firstly, it can do something like a high-res converting 4K videos into 8K, and then you can take like 33 MP samples out of it, like still samples out of it to do whatever you want to with it basically. So the res improves extensively. The other thing is that you can also the night sight videos have also improved by leaps and bounds, and super res zoom is actually really good up till 20x is what Google claims. Now remember this, for this to work properly you need an active internet connection, fast Wi-Fi or 5G to upload your video first, and then it'll take a few hours for it to send it back to you. Of course it does it 2x faster now, but it's not happening at the speed at which we would have ideally liked, but still it does work very fast. Now this is a feature that I would like to try out in real life before I can comment on it, so yeah, stay tuned for that review. And there are a couple of other things that I must definitely talk about. The Pixel weather apps looks damn cool now. It's been upgraded, and Gemini Live, or Gemini Live, that's how they pronounce it. But this is basically like a live version of like a chat GPT 4.0 with natural conversations. Yeah, that thing, but with Gemini on your phone, with Gemini Live for Gemini advanced users. And it works well. It does work well. And it also will support multiple languages at launch. And it's actually live right now itself. It's pretty cool. Now, for the few things that I don't like about Pixel phones even today is the fact that they don't use the latest and the greatest and the most powerful processors. In fact, at the keynote itself, they didn't have any conversation about gaming, which is a bit of a concern. But Tensor G4 is still not as powerful as Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or even, Apple's A17 Pro. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's not going to be a very powerful phone, especially if you are a gamer. There was this one specific thing that Parth from Tech Bar asked, whether the portrait mode still shoots digitally zoomed in cropped portraits. Well, it does, unfortunately. I don't know when Google is going to change that though. The one other product that I'm not a fan of is the Pixel Buds Pro 2. The pricing in India is obnoxious for something that doesn't even do LDAC or LHDC, which is just crazy. And the sound quality, I actually did test it out. Not that great. Could have been better. But if you guys want like a detailed review of that, do let me know in the comments below and I'll get that done for you. And finally, it's not just the Buds Pro 2 which is obnoxiously priced in India. It's every other product, including the Pixel 9 series. Because if you look at it, the Pixel 9 base is actually still more expensive than something like the Galaxy S24, which makes a lot of sense. In fact, at the event itself, Google spoke a lot about the Samsung partnership and how Samsung's doing a lot of things along with Google, which was very weird for me because it was a Pixel event and they were talking about Samsung. But I guess that's what it is. Google is still enabling a lot of these partners to create great software experiences, which is available on the Pixel phones. But this time around, I'm slightly more optimistic about the Pixel lineup itself, despite all of these issues that I've mentioned. And we're going to be doing detailed testing of these products as well. For now, we'll be doing the 9 and the 9 Pro XL and the Fold when it comes. But stay tuned, for the 21st is when the review embargo lifts and we can talk more about it. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, the bell icon, so that you get notified the moment Trakin English puts out a video. That's it from me here at the Google campus. It was an interesting event. What do you guys think of these devices? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys at the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe. Tara.